As I am recording this video, Bitcoin just surpassed $88,000, and you're probably thinking to yourself, am I too late? Did I miss out on this opportunity? Should I FOMO in right now? And in this video, I'm going to share with you my top 6 altcoins that I think are going to go absolutely parabolic in the next 3 to 6 months. This is going to be the biggest wealth transfer in modern day history, and I want you guys to capitalize. I want you to position yourself in a way in this bull run where you could see life-changing returns. The only way to do that is to position yourself early. And yeah, Bitcoin just hit $88,000, but there are a ton of amazing projects that haven't caught up to Bitcoin yet. We right now are in stage 1 of this crypto cycle where Bitcoin is leading, Bitcoin is dominating. And as Bitcoin surpasses $100,000 plus, we're going to see consolidations, we're going to see pullbacks, and we're going to see money rotate out of Bitcoin, and it's going to go into the smaller market cap coins. First, it's going to go into the big caps, then the mid caps, then the small caps, and then the micro caps, where you could see truly life-changing returns if you know what you're doing. Before I go into these altcoins in my personal portfolio, I want to break down my thesis for the 2024-2025 crypto bull run. I want to talk about why I think this is going to be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity and why we are entering into the golden age of cryptocurrency. For me, it all comes down to one huge difference between this bull run and the 2020 bull run, which is institutional investing. We now have Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs. We have financial institutions. We have BlackRock pouring in millions of dollars for buying Bitcoin. We now have Bitcoin ETFs, we have Ethereum ETFs, we have financial institutions like BlackRock and other companies buying massive amounts of Bitcoin. We are seeing governments buying Bitcoin. We have America that just proposed a bill to buy 1 million Bitcoin, which is like 5% of the total supply of Bitcoin over the next 5 years. Whether you hate him, whether you love him, Donald Trump is in office and he objectively is pro-crypto. We now have a pro-crypto government. We have politicians that are forced to think about their crypto policies in their campaigns because that could be the difference between someone voting or not voting for them. This is the first time where we're seeing real crypto adoption. This has never happened before. We are normalizing crypto. 4 years ago, crypto and Bitcoin was still honestly looked at like a scam or a Ponzi scheme, and we saw how much Bitcoin pumped. We saw how much altcoins pumped. Imagine now where crypto is actually normalized. We're in a government that is supporting cryptocurrency. What we are seeing right now is a genuine supply shock in Bitcoin. We had all of these financial institutions buy massive amounts of Bitcoin, and they're not doing that on exchanges. They are doing that on private transactions, which don't immediately affect the price of Bitcoin. And now we're seeing retail begin to go to the exchanges and realize that, hey, there's not enough Bitcoin here for everyone, which is absolutely driving the price up. There is a limited supply of Bitcoin on these exchanges. We also had the Bitcoin halving earlier this year, and historically speaking, we usually see a bull run in the months after the Bitcoin halving. But what's absolutely crazy to me is that Bitcoin has consolidated at the all-time highs for the last 8 months, and nobody has talked about crypto. If you look at the Google search history, you look at the YouTube search activity for crypto in Bitcoin, it's literally at all-time lows. It literally just last week started to tick a little bit higher. The point that I'm trying to say is we have been basing at the all-time highs between $50,000 to $70,000 while having a tenth of the same interest in crypto and in Bitcoin as we did 4 years ago. Literally until last week when Trump got elected, if you went to a random person on the street and you asked that person, what is the price of Bitcoin? They would have told you that it's still at its lows, that it's collapsed, while meanwhile, it's literally basing at the all-time highs. The point that I'm trying to make here is retail has not arrived yet, and that gives us a massive opportunity to make absurd gains. Bitcoin is literally almost approaching 100K as I am speaking right now, and the bull run just started. Retail is not here yet. And you want to position yourself before retail arrives. You don't want to be that person that goes into crypto and FOMOs in. You don't want to be that person that is chasing green candlesticks. I also wanted to mention that the Fed just announced more rate cuts, which means what? It means the interest rates are going to be lowered, which increases the money supply in the economy because it allows businesses and individuals to borrow money for cheaper. It gives investors more confidence. It allows investors to be a little bit more riskier with their investments. And this is all just creating the perfect storm to see just life-changing things happening in the crypto markets. We are going to see crazy stuff here. The biggest risk of all right now is being underexposed. So if you're watching this video and you literally have no crypto at all, that is far riskier than having crypto, than being overexposed, and you need to change that. This is the point of the video where I tell you this is not financial advice. Cryptocurrency is a very speculative asset class. It is very risky. It is very volatile, and most people that are watching this video are going to lose a ton of money because honestly, you guys are amateurs. You guys don't know what you're doing, and you're probably gonna end up FOMOing in, chasing green candles, buying at the highs and selling at the lows. Don't take any of the coins that I mentioned in this video as financial advice. Don't just listen to this video, go to your exchange and buy these coins because I told you to. Please do some thinking for yourself. Do some research, okay? You have to use your brain here because this is risky, okay? And yeah, that's just the way it works. If you want to make life-changing gains, well, you have to make some risky bets. So don't take any of these coin picks as financial advice. And yeah, don't be, one of the 97% of people that get into crypto that lose literally all of their money because they don't know what they're doing and they just listen to guys like myself and buy stuff blindly and then hold forever and have all their positions literally drop 90%. Don't be that guy. Now, for me personally, I want to talk about what niches I'm focusing on with crypto. So you could obviously buy Bitcoin, but it's at $88,000 right now. And honestly, even if you bought it at $60,000, you're going to make money with Bitcoin, but you're not going to see life-changing money. You could also put your money in Ethereum. I think that's going to do spectacular this bull run, but I still don't think that's going to be life-changing gains. If you have strong conviction that Bitcoin is going to go to 100K, which it's literally on its way, we're going to see massive moves on smaller market cap cryptos, and that, my friends, is where the money is made. There are also different niches that you could pursue in crypto. You could focus on decentralized finance. You could focus on privacy. You could focus on meme coins. You could focus on gaming. You could focus on AI. You could focus on real world assets. There are a bunch that you can choose from, but my recommendation is pick 2 to 3 and master those. Study those. Know all of the coins or most of the coins in those niches so you're not overwhelmed by focusing on every niche, having coins in every sector. You don't want to do that. Focus on 2 or 3 max. So for me personally, I'm focusing on AI and gaming. Now, the reason I'm focusing on AI is pretty obvious. If you look at the real life stock market, real life investing, Nvidia is up like 600 or 700% in the last 2 years. Don't quote me on that, but it's up tremendous. And the whole narrative behind Nvidia is AI. I truly believe when retail comes into crypto, especially now that we're seeing government adoption, we're seeing, normalization of crypto, I don't think they're going to go immediately into the meme coins that are literally completely useless. I feel like a lot of these retail investors are gonna wanna buy something tangible. They're gonna wanna buy some sort of technology. They're gonna wanna buy something that has utility. Now, of course, this isn't a guarantee. This is kind of my massive bet for what retail is going to do. So I think AI is just the obvious choice here. If you go to your Thanksgiving dinner this year, I bet at least one of your family members is going to say something about some AI tool, some AI company, AI this, AI that. Everyone is talking about AI. So for me, it's just so obvious to go into the AI niche of crypto. The second niche that I decided to pursue is gaming, which did extremely well in 2020 without any actual adoption. But now in 2024, we're seeing real life use case for crypto games. We're actually seeing adoption. We're seeing people playing crypto games like Off the Grid that just recently came out, and I've been seeing this all over Twitch, and they're actually enjoying it like it's a real game, which it is. Crypto games are just like any other games, just like Fortnite, just like Call of Duty. They're not weird because they're built on blockchain technology. They're just better codes. It's better programmed. As Off the Grid continues to be picked up and there are more crypto games that are emerging that are legitimate games that people have interest in, we're going to see more and more demand for gaming infrastructure for these gaming cryptos. Now, I'm not an expert on every single detail in the gaming niche, exactly how these infrastructures are built, exactly how these gaming cryptos work, but I don't care. I don't need to know the exact technology. What I do is I listen to credible, trusted sources. I do my own research. And from everything that I have seen, blockchain in gaming is going to be normalized. In a few years, every game we're going to see is going to be built on blockchain technology because ultimately it's better programming. It's better for the game. It's a better experience for the user. It's better for the actual agency that's creating the game or the gaming studio. I think gaming is going to pump, even if it doesn't get widespread adoption. But if it does, if one of these games just becomes extremely popular, just takes off, we're going to see explosive gains in gaming because there's real life demand, there's real life utility, which is my entire bet in crypto. I am putting all of my money into actual utility. Okay, let's go ahead and quit yapping and go right into the coins. And for me personally, my biggest edge is incorporating my ability to read price charts. As a lot of you know, I'm a trader. I'm a day trader at heart, and I read charts for a living. So of course, I'm going to include my chart reading abilities into my crypto strategies. Now, right off the bat, we have the big dogs. We have Bitcoin and Ethereum, which are going to do extremely well this bull run, but obviously you're not going to see life-changing gains with those two coins. Personally, I have a ton of Solana just by looking at the charts and looking into how it's kind of competing with Ethereum. And a lot of people really think that Solana could actually overtake Ethereum. I think Solana is going to do extremely well this cycle. My average price is at like 148. It's at $218 right now. Another one that I think is going to do absolutely amazing, and this is actually something that I called on my Twitter. I literally called it as a long. I gave you guys the entry points, is AVAX, which is Avalanche. This is a layer 1 blockchain, and this fits really, really well with the gaming narrative. It's sitting at a $14 billion market cap, but I truly think this could 10 to 15x. I think the all-time highs is, let's see, where's the all-time highs? Yeah, all-time highs is, oh wait, no, that's 1 year. Let's do all. I think 130. 143 is the all-time highs. It's at 35. I think we're going to absolutely blow past all-time highs. So I think AVAX is a really good kind of core portfolio type of pick. For me personally, I actually got into AVAX at around 30 bucks right here. There was a monthly buy setup, which if you don't know what a buy setup is, watch my other videos. But yeah, got in, and so far up about 10 to 15%. Really, really loving AVAX. Another really good core pick is Chainlink, and it actually has very much identical charts to AVAX. Now, I didn't pick up Chainlink, but this is another very, very good choice. It still hasn't caught up to Bitcoin. It's at a $9 billion market cap. Could easily see this do a 10 to 15x just like AVAX. Okay, let's go ahead and go into my AI picks. And if you want to go for something safer, a core portfolio type of pick that's not too degenerate, it's not too crazy, going with Near and going with Render are two excellent picks for AI if you don't want any of the super risky. Going a little bit lower in the list, we got Akash and Ayaz. I actually own Ayaz. I do not own Akash, but two also very excellent picks. I would say they're probably below that Render and Near tier, but both excellent cryptos. Also not that small in market cap, 700 million with Akash, 658 million in market cap with Ayaz. Echelon Prime is an excellent one if you want exposure to both AI and gaming. That one actually incorporates both of them, so that could be an excellent choice as well. And from here, the top three that I absolutely love, that I think are going to see absolutely stupid returns, is Pal AI, Desync, and 0x0 right here. And I think they're already up collectively like 50 to 100%. And it's not even altcoin season yet, right? This is just like them bouncing because Bitcoin is moving up. But I love Extra, I love Pal AI, and I absolutely love 0x0. I love the fundamentals. You can do the research yourself. I'm not going to go into detail on exactly why I like each coin. You could do that research, but I love the fundamentals. I love the marketing. That it has a lot of hype, especially on crypto Twitter. People always talk about them. That's not obviously the primary reason I'm buying these coins, but I want to see that. I want to see hype. I want to see people actually talking about the cryptos that I'm buying, because oftentimes it doesn't matter if a coin doesn't have fundamentals. The real question is, does it have hype? And if it has hype, it can be pumped. Another sleeper pick that I think is absolutely amazing, I own this one, is Node AI GPU. I believe they actually work with NVIDIA. Really great pick. $81 million market cap. That is a gem and a half. And I also really like Neural AI, which has very recently shot up the rankings, up like 105% in the last 7 days. That is insane. So it's on a 2x in the last 7 days. Now it's at a $78 million market cap. This could legitimately go to 500 million plus, maybe even a billion. We'll see. So I think that one's really interesting. And another one that I really like is Hash AI. Hash AI, $65 million market cap, up 170% the last 7 days. That's insane. It's still relatively low. I don't think it's anywhere near its all-time highs, but 65 million. This could easily pump a lot as well. And I would say those are my favorites. I've also heard a lot about Palm AI. I haven't looked into that one, but those are kind of my favorites and the ones that I personally own and that I'm going to continue to dollar cost average in for the time being. In terms of gaming, I have top three. We got IMX, we got Beam, and we got Superverse. Those are my top three. Those are the ones that I'm going with. Those are kind of the ones that, from what I understand, essentially everyone is going with. Those are core picks to have in your gaming portfolio, and I think they're going to do extremely well. Especially Superverse. What I like about Superverse is that it has shown incredible strength, absolutely incredible strength, while Bitcoin was consolidating. This was literally breaking out before Bitcoin even made its move, right? Like it was literally moving higher as Bitcoin was consolidating and pulling back at times. So it showed incredible strength. And this is something that I actually want to add to, because we really haven't seen this truly start to get going yet. I think Superverse could hit $10, right? That's a $7 billion market cap. I think that's absolutely reasonable. I think it could hit 10 billion plus. So Superverse is going to be an excellent pick. I do have quite a nice bag in that one. I've heard a lot about Ronin as well. Obviously, you can get Echelon Prime if you want that gaming and AI mix. And I also own a bit of Gala. Gala did extremely well last bull run. We could see exactly where it's at, but let's see. Yeah, I mean, it was at, 58 cents. It's at 2 cents now, so plenty of room to run on Gala. And I think ultimately a lot of these are going to pump. If we're going to see Bitcoin, go past 100K, which I think we're about to see that, all of these are going to pump extremely hard. But it all comes down to knowing when to take profits and taking profits on the way up, which is actually the next thing I want to talk about. I just gave you guys a bunch of picks, but ultimately you can't really go wrong, right? I think a lot of these AI and gaming coins are going to absolutely pump regardless, because if Bitcoin hits 100K, we're going to see retail coming in. And if literally any of these AI coins or any of these gaming coins actually get picked up, we actually see widespread adoption. We see a big company work with one of these AI companies. If we see one of these gaming coins actually go a little bit more mainstream, every other coin is going to absolutely pump. And by the way, the one thing that I want to mention on gaming is that IMX, Beam, and Superverse, what I really like about those is that it's not individual games. These are gaming infrastructures, right? So they provide infrastructure for games that want to become games. And for me, I rather bet on infrastructure as opposed to one singular game, because if you get that one game wrong, if that game never goes viral, doesn't get picked up well, it's not going to pump as hard, versus you invest in the infrastructure that these games need in order to operate on blockchain tech. So from here, what I want to talk about is just taking profits on the way up. I want you guys to make sure you're taking healthy profits as prices are increasing. Don't try to pick tops. Don't try to get, be right. Don't try to make the most amount of money that you can. Your goal is to make money, not to pick tops. So every time you get a nice 3 to 5x multiple, take 10 to 15% healthy profits and move on. Don't be that guy that's holding on to your bag as it's dropping and dropping and dropping. Sell on the way up. Do not sell on dips. Sell as it's going in your favor. And make sure you follow me on Twitter. I'm going to be releasing a ton of new updates when it comes to portfolio picks, when it comes to me investing in new cryptos, or whenever I'm trimming profits. So follow me up, Emmanuel Trades. You should see it right on the screen. Follow up and let's get rich together. But yeah, that's the end of this video. So hopefully you understand why I'm picking AI, why I think this is a massive opportunity, why I'm picking gaming. We talked about some coins that I'm personally investing in. And I just want to emphasize, guys, I am not a crypto nerd. I'm not a crypto expert. Okay, what I'm really, really good at is research, understanding trends, reading price charts, and managing my positions, because ultimately I'm a trader. So that's what I'm really, really good at. And I fully intend on making millions of dollars this crypto bull run, but I'm not one of those crypto nerds, all I do is crypto. No, I'm here because I see opportunity. I see a way to make generational wealth, potentially, who knows, right? So that's what I'm here to do. And I want you guys to follow along with my journey and do your own research always. And let's make some money together. And like I said, follow up on Twitter. See you guys soon.